And Tiger Talk this morning brought to you by Hancock's Neighborhood Market on Commerce Street and Katie's Delicious Homemade Goodness and Perry's Floors and more. And a very good morning. Welcome to Tiger Talk at 8:05, and had the pleasure of welcoming to the studio this morning Paula Gray, the Community Disciples. Good morning.
Good morning, Ty.
How are you?
Doing really well this morning. Thank you.
Well, it's great to have you. And as we are right here in the middle of July, it's time to start turning our attention to the Community Disciples Banquet and, of course, the Dotson Day Homecoming and Celebration.
Exactly. It's quickly approaching, and like you said, we've been gearing up for this, and we always look forward to our annual banquet and the celebration during the Dotson Days. So
Yes.
Excited about it.
I call it a homecoming because really that's what it is. And I remember being a younger man and being up at the Dotson celebration, and it is a homecoming. People came from everywhere and home. It was like a high school reunion for the entire school.
Exactly.
And it's such a neat time, but especially I think since the Community Disciples have been active in our community since its inception, it's really become the forefront, and it's really neat that you all have your annual banquet right before the kickoff of it, because it just sort of sets the stage and the overall tone for the entire weekend.
Exactly. That was our intention when we moved the banquet from October to August several years ago, and it just has worked really well, and it just flows, starting on Thursday through Sunday afternoon. So,
well, this year's banquet is, of course, Thursday night, August 2nd. It's at 6 o'clock, and it's catered meal, and you still need to, if you're interested in going, you'd get your tickets. They're just $20, and we have a fantastic just a wonderful man. I think he had been back for the Butler, had spoken there before. But tell us a little bit about who is the guest speaker this year.
Our guest speaker this year is Dr. Walter Gale Bumpus. He is a Princeton native, I think graduate of 1966 Cole County High School class. And Dr. Bumpus is the president and CEO of the American Association of Community Colleges. I think the office is actually in Washington, D.C., but I think he and his wife, Dr. Eileen Bumpus, reside in Texas. So we're excited to have Dr. Bumpus come back and share. And, yes, he was here for the Butler reunion. We'd already asked, but because that was already lined up, we said, well, we'll wait till you come back to the next year. And just really looking forward to him coming back and just sharing his experiences. He's been in so many different positions, and just tons and tons of accolades have been ascribed to him, and just really excited to hear what he has to say about growing up here in Princeton and Cole County, and then the travels that he's had.
Right, and of course, a product of the Dotson School,
Yes.
and then of course you said 66, so I think they had been integrated by
Yes.
that time, but yet still, what a foundation and what a successful career this gentleman has had,
Yes,
and always has something to bring back when he talks and tells the community about his experiences. So that'll be a wonderful evening, and then we want to remind everybody that banquet will be at the North Side. The Rock, they call it. I
They
think.
do the Recreation Outreach Center at Northside.
Yes, at Northside, and it's just a nice night. Community leaders are recognized. Some of the activities of the Community Disciples and some of your projects are recognized and brought out and brought to light, and it's just a delightful evening, and I want to encourage everybody to come out and be a part of that.
We'd love to have the community participate. It is our annual awards dinner. We recognize our Citizen of the Year, the Unsung Hero, our Corporate Sponsor of the Year, and so just opportunities for us to take a look at what's happened in the past year and to recognize those people in our community who go above and beyond to try to keep our community abreast of everything that's going on and just keep us, in the forefront of moving forward in Cole County.
how does someone listening or watching via the live stream now say, where do I get my tickets? Where do I get them?
They can get a ticket by contacting any Community Disciples member, or you can call 270-365-3467, and we would gladly reserve a seat for you. We do ask that you purchase your tickets in advance. We've been fortunate to work with Mitzi Travis in catering for the past few years. Mitzi's local, and we just really enjoy fellowshipping with her and her husband.
Good stuff.
It is great stuff. So we encourage, if you would like to have a nice dinner and come out for about an hour to an hour and a half and spend some time just fellowshipping with other people in the community, we'd love to have you.
Yeah, I like to eat, of course, and some of the best corn pudding I think I've ever had she made. Ooh, man, it's good stuff. So looking forward to that. And it's just a nice, you get a diverse group of folks together. People from all around our community come together for the Community Disciples Banquet. It's usually a packed house,
yes.
And the food and the fellowship and just the overall night is always just so wonderful. You leave there with a feeling of cooperation, a spirit of, we're all in this together.
Exactly.
And we're all here to help each other out. And that's the kind of fellowship and the feeling that you get when you go away from the Community Disciples Banquet.
Exactly.
Another, of course, this kicks off our Dotson Days Community Festival, and what a nice event that is. And I see that you have DJ in the park lined up again this year.
Oh,
and
yes,
I wonder if Coach Vic's going to be getting hit. Oh, yeah.
Coach Gray is going to be there again on Friday night and Saturday for the kids to I think about 10:30, from 8 to 10:30, and he enjoys it. He grumbles a little about it, but he really does enjoy doing that for the kids. And I can just remember growing up too back in the 80s, and I so look forward to being on the Dotson campus on those Friday nights and Saturdays and just listening to music, and it's just a wonderful time for all ages to be a part of it. And we encourage the parents to come with their kids and just let their kids have a great time.
Right, and we'll go down through. Of course, the banquet kicks everything off Thursday evening, and then as we get into Friday, we usually have a really great football camp, and that thing has grown each and every year. And that is a several-day football camp for our youngsters.
Right.
And who heads that up?
Alan Wallington and Jason
yes.
Wilson
yes.
actually head that up.
They do a great job.
They do a great job, and they did move it they moved it to August this year, and we're really excited for them to partner along with us as they host their football camp, and just to see the kids' faces, and then the parents come out too and watch their kids, and it's a great opportunity for male and female. We had some females running the ball last year too. So.
Well, I hear it's a fantastic camp, and everybody has a good time. So that kicks things off. That's over the several days of the Dotson, and of course on Friday you've got back to school supplies event, and that's at 3:00, and that'll be in the park area, isn't it?
It sure is. We partner with the Dotson Park Board to do our back to school giveaway, and we just encourage it's from any student K-12 that wants to come by and pick up some supplies. Everything there is just free, and we just ask that a parent come with you or accompany the child, and then they are free to take the school supplies. And then we start our youth basketball tournament that afternoon about 4:30, up to age 14, male and female. So that's always great too.
Yep.
To see the kids.
And you have a cornhole tournament as well. That's been pretty popular. I think Dan Harris is kind of taking on that.
Dan Harris spearheads the cornhole tournament, and I think the registration is at 5:30.
That is correct.
And
registration at 5:30. And you can prepay for $20 or $30 the day of, and that cornhole tournament begins at 6:00.
Yes, it does.
And then the music gets rocking from 8 to 10.
Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly.
Awesome. Well, let's turn our attention now to Saturday. Of course, the football youth camp is continuing. And then Miss Barbara Poulneau has bingo.
Bingo with Barbara. She enjoys it, and everything there is just free, and prizes are given away, and just it's a fun time for them to come and sit down under the shelter and play bingo. And they usually play. I think they're going to start from 10 to about 11:45. Yes,
and then something that is probably the highlight, at least. While we're there, and for me especially, is the Dotson program itself from noon to 1. People reflect and remember back on the glory days of Dotson School. This year, it looks like guest speakers Miss Ophelia Tinsley and Scott and Fred Walker, Jr. we'll have various dignitaries are always there, and a veteran recognition, of course, and the community choir, which is fabulous.
Exactly.
I've sang in that community choir before. We usually come up and we'll broadcast live the festivities from there as well. And, of course, you're emceeing the program as usual.
Yes, exactly. Miss Malone is great at drafting people from time to time, so she asked this time if I would do that, and just looking forward to that and to hearing Miss Sophia reflect. And then Fred, of course, did actually attend Dotson before, when he was in the earlier grades. And to hear, as he's been a part of the Dotson Park Board, just how the things that have changed over the years. So,
well, it's a beautiful park and a beautiful setting.
Is.
And, it seems like in my recollection last year, the weather is always good. I mean, you seem like to get lucky.
Right. We've had some great weather, and we're just looking forward to that as well. And, if it rains, that's okay.
We'll be under pavilion, won't we?
Exactly
most
right.
of the
we'll
events.
Under the pavilion, so yes.
Well, and that's always, that's from noon to 1 on Saturday, and that always is just a nice time to see everybody and hear the stories of the past and what Dotson School and growing up at Dotson meant to people. And then, of course, big highlight here, the 7-on-7 basketball tournament.
Yes.
That is something fun to see.
Exactly, and it was really interesting. We had T.J. Miller, I think, is in Henderson, and he just kept texting, can we please add it to a 9-man team? And I think Vic compromised with him, so they bumped it from 7-on-7, and they actually added it to 8. You can have an 8-member team.
Oh, really?
Yeah, TJ just didn't feel like we could pull it. They could pull it off. It's really funny just to hear the conversation, but they're going to allow an 8-person roster.
Wow, so it'll be 8-on-8, basically.
8-on-8 that can actually play. So subbing in, that is always really interesting. So we're looking forward to that. And Tri-Shoes actually sponsors that for us, the Dirt Bowl tournament. They pay for the champions shirts for both the youth and the adult tournament, and we're very appreciative of that. And just that's an intense time of the day, so it starts generally at 1. We have played until the lights come on, and picked up on Sundays sometimes, just depending on the team.
And what the neat thing is, people that have participated in the program itself, they stick around. I mean, people from town bring their chairs, and again, I like food, and I mean, if you look around there, there's people grilling and selling food. Man, I'm telling you, good stuff. I'm talking about grilled. All kinds of grilled meats, good side dishes. I mean, it can be found up there.
Exactly right. You're right. And then, of course, we have vendors. We have a vendor fee of $50 for you to be able to set up for Friday and Saturday. And, of course, the health department, if you're going to have food, they actually come up and
make sure
everything is good. But I know last year I picked up a pork chop plate, and, I mean, it's tons of different things that
there's a variety there.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So excited about that. And just it's another opportunity, though, to get to see different people in the community and just how they interact and fellowship with one another.
The nice thing is, you've got a full day activities, and again, you can just bring your lawn chair, hopefully find some shade, and just kick back and talk to old friends and meet new friends.
Exactly.
And just enjoy a really nice day at Dotson Park. And then, of course, we made the basketball, the Dirt Bowl may go all the way to the lights come on, and then, of course, it's DJ in the park from 8 to 10.
DJ in the park again, exactly right. For the kid, that's actually for
that's
the
youth activity.
It's a youth activity, because we want them to have something to do too.
Right.
And sometimes you see them running, and sometimes, depending on the age, they might dance. But it is an opportunity for them to do that. And of course,
and it's a place to fun place to fellowship as well.
It sure is. Exactly right,
yeah.
Ty.
That's awesome. And then, of course, Saturday night, it's wearing the colors of pride. It's the black and gold dance, and that's for ages 25 and above. This is an adult activity, and that's at the Gentlemen's Club, and that's from 9 to 1. And you can buy your advance tickets for $10, or they're $15 at the door. And this is a dance for adults and alumni, and for anybody just to really enjoy, and another time to fellowship and dance and just be together and swap stories.
Exactly. And that generally I'm too worn out to be able to make it to that. I'm knocked out at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of people that enjoy that. And of course, the colors of black and gold were Dotson colors,
exactly.
And just we like to carry that tradition on. So
yeah, and that's awesome to wear those colors, and of course. I believe there's something here on the list, Dotson Park Memorial and Honor Bricks for sale during the festival. So tell us a little bit about this now.
Well, of course, that's with the Dotson Park Board. So
Right.
if you're interested in purchasing a brick, you can contact Geneva Malone as the Dotson Park Board chair, or any of the Dotson Park Board members about purchasing the brick.
Is that an engraved brick?
That is an engraved
Yes.
brick. It is. There's around the flagpole.
That's right,
There
yeah.
are several bricks already placed, and they're just continuing to add to that.
No, that's neat. Be sure you do that if you want to have a brick there. And then, of course, Sunday, is concluding things. Of course, our football youth camp will be wrapping up from 1 to 3 that afternoon. And then this is something that you all have started the last several years,
Right.
and that's the church worship service in the park.
Exactly. We praise in the park, and this year our speaker is Kimberly Traylor. She's the pastor of Spillman Chapel CME Church. So just excited to be able to come together as a community and conclude with the fellowship service. And last year it was Reverend Byron Copeland from Hopkinsville, and this year it's Reverend Traylor. And we're just looking forward to the opportunity to come again and just to be thankful for the activities that we were able to experience over the few days, and then just to just be thankful for everything that we have. And
Right. Nice way to wrap it up.
Yes, exactly.
It really is.
Exactly.
And then a fun event, too, is the co-ed kickball game following the worship. And that'll be fun. It's 6 up, and that's a free event. Everybody just gets out and has a good time.
Has a good time, exactly right.
But if you're interested in that and you want to register and say, hey, you're going to play, then Gloria Walker's your contact on that, and that's 625-4792. So vendors need to set up Friday at 1 p.m. or after, and then Saturday at 9 o'clock. So and there's somebody up there. If you're a vendor or interested in setting up, then there'll be someone there to direct you of where you need to go. So it is a really, really neat event. It is, like I said, it's about heritage, it's about fellowship, it's about friendship, and it's about tradition.
Exactly.
And just a wonderful, wonderful time, Dotson Days. It's one of my favorites. I look forward to it every year. And it all kicks off with our Community Disciples Banquet on that Thursday night, August 2nd.
Exactly. So just to invite anyone in the community, or all of the community actually, to come and be a part of Dotson Days. And if you'd like to attend the banquet again, you can purchase a ticket by calling 270-365-3467, and we will reserve a seat for you.
All right. What else? Is there anything else on the agenda? We're going to get through Dotson Days, or do you have anything upcoming that the Community Disciples are working on?
Right. We actually will be working with our youth as far as back to school. We always do a back to school school supply also at Walmart. We've always done that, stuff the bus, and we donate to the Hope and Cope centers. And then in September, we will participate in Black Patch, and we again partner with Walmart, and we do a cakewalk, and just really excited about some of those things that are coming up.
Yeah, there's lots of good things coming up, and of course, you can stay informed about things here in our community, here at WPKY, and of course, our local Times Leader paper, and we try to keep everybody informed of things that are going on. And if you have something you need us to let the community know about, then we'll be glad to do that as well. But looking forward to the Community Disciples Banquet on Thursday, August 2nd, and then, of course, the Dotson Days Community Festival that follows over the weekend. It's going to be a fun weekend, and it'll be here before we know it.
Yes, it will. And we really appreciate you, Ty, and WPKY for all you do to help spread the word about what not only just goes along with the Community Disciples, but what goes on in the entire community. It's just an asset you guys are, and we appreciate you.
Well, thank you so much. We love to do it. We just hope we can do the best we can to keep it. There's a lot of stuff going on, but this is one of those events that is really, really special. And we certainly enjoy being a part of it. So thank you so much, and we look so forward to participating in the Community Disciples annual banquet. That is, again, Thursday, August 2nd, 6 o'clock. It's up at Northside Baptist Church. Catered meal, $20, and guest speaker this year is Dr. Walter G. Bumpus. He's the COD of Students, Professor, and Counselor. 365-3467 to get tickets for that. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me, Ty.
All right. That is Miss Paulette Gray, Community Disciples, and we are discussing about the Community Disciples Banquet and the Dotson Days Annual Community Festival here in Princeton, August 2nd through the 5th. Thank you so much for joining us at 8:25. That's going to wrap up this edition of Tiger Talk on this Tuesday morning. For Paulette Gray, Ty Engelbright, have a wonderful morning, everybody. Hancock's Neighborhood Market on Commerce Street in Katy